All right. Welcome, everybody, to those who are watching or about to watch. Hopefully, we can get a few on board. What's going on here? Apologies as we run through this again. We're doing the old teasing thing. Welcome to this week's NRLW preview review show. We are the Penalty Broncos, the number one Broncos podcast that we listen to. We're here to give you the best professional amateur chat of all things Broncos. I'm coming to you from the Bandwagon Bar. We have Ringer online again. He's joined us, thankfully, saved me from doing this by myself. How are you, mate? How's your week been since we last met up?
Oh, what a tumultuous week it's been, Britto. I nearly fell into a coma on our last podcast. Haven't fully recovered, but am better. Uh, Play that into what happened Wednesday night. Holy hell! Like, hence the jersey's still on. It reeks. But it's still on. Like, we're not taking this shit off till it starts falling apart. Yeah, mate. So it's been a good week when you think about it. All Broncos win, all Queensland win into the run home to the finals, which is always a great part of the season. So can't wait for it to all kick off, really, Brito. How about yourself, mate?
Mate, I went a little bit downhill as well. Just after hours, actually, when we rounded up, I actually had the next day off. Rolled me. It was something shocking. Um, but anyway, we're back now. Battled through it. Got through the week. We're looking now at I've got the game running beside me here. With the Sharks and the Dolphins. You and I both got a couple of little betties running on this one.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I went the Dolphins head to head. I thought that was far too good. It's a good game. I think you got a Qatar, you got a Zarko, don't you?
Yeah, Zarko anytime in one of our multis. So
Yeah,
hopefully
okay.
it looks slick. It looks like it's going to open up eventually.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough about the NRL. We're here to talk NRLW. Uh, and what a game we had on the weekend. The first round for our ladies kicked off at Totally Workwear Stadium up against the Tigers. 3,500 seat capacity there. I know it's fit a lot more than that in it, but 1,802 turned up to see the girls kick the season off, which was really good to see. Very vocal crowd.
Yes.
You could hear it through the TV. It was great stuff. So, um, what else have I got here? First half, 8-4. She was a close one. And I'll start this off by saying we won the majority of the stats in the whole thing, but there were a few there, like errors. We made more errors, and whatnot, but overall we won the majority. So yeah, first half 8-4, very close going into the sheds. Second half, 20-0. Take your hats off, ladies. You absolutely ground out a win there, for a full-time score of 28-4. Bloody, I think that was that the first round one win since like 2020 or
Something
2021 or
There's
something like
some silly stat, yeah, where we don't. And it did have shades of last year already, didn't it? Early on in
that?
that
Yeah.
game, where it just did not look like it was clicking. And, you think, oh, well, Maddox gone to the wing, Julia's gone to Sanders. Like, is it just a bit big of a change to kick off a season with?
Mm.
But, yeah. How long was that little statement? Because once they found their groove and figured out what their strengths were and how to play to them, holy hell, they turned it on in that second half.
Bloody oath. Possession ended up being 56% to 44, our way. Completion rate, this is sort of where we alluded to. 73% is what we ticked off at. They got to 80%. 28 out of 38 sets we completed. The Tigers completed 25 out of 31. So pretty close in terms of ball in hand sort of stuff. Uh, Average set meters though, 47.53 up against 38.29. big difference there. The forward pack really got a roll on and helped all the tries. Essentially, we had tries all over the field, and we'll touch on that as we go through it. But it was really good to see that they could get those backline movements based off what the forwards were doing in the middle. So very, very important. Um, Tackle efficiency was 86.67% to 84.07. Penalties conceded ended up being 6-all. And then the errors, like I said, 9-8. Nine
Yeah,
errors. I mean, first round footy, yeah?
exactly,
Like,
100%.
yeah, they had a some of the girls played over in Vegas. Some of them have played in the Origin. And then we had a hit out against Papua New Guinea a couple
Yeah,
of weeks back. So, sure, but you still gonna expect that. But hopefully they tidy it up as they go through. Ruck infringements, apparently from the NRL site, there was none. Inside 10 metres, none. On reports, one. That was to us as well, but nothing in the judiciary. And then sin bins, there was 0 all as well. Did you get a chance to catch the game, mate?
I got most of it, mate. Yeah, I was running around trying not to die, but yeah, I did catch a bit of it, and my main regret before we actually get into the full rundown of the game is me and you in the group chat shared a photo of Chelsea, the doozy, Lenarduzzi, and how like fucking on point she was looking for this game. And neither of us put an anytime try score on her.
Mate,
Bro.
on
Like,
on the on the Brisbane Broncos NRLW Instagram, they put up a stack of photos, so 2 bursts, and one of them in there had Chelsea with just a big sunnies on and just chilling. And I wrote on there, Lenarduzzi is a vibe here, ATS surely.
yeah, yeah.
Did didn't
Didn't
put a
do it. Oh
fucking
no,
bet on it.
neither me. But I was like, oh, Chelsea's fucking good for a try anytime. Hey, just completely the last time I thought about it until later on that game. I'm like, that was something I should have done at like $4.80 or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah. And I see, I will go through it, but I had melee for 2.
Yeah, yeah.
She got held up like 3 times.
Yeah. Think
I was
back
like,
inside that one time after she scored first one, I was like, here it comes. Nah.
mate, I was fuming at the Tigers for the Tigers actually got pretty good.
Oh yeah,
They have come a long way since last year anyway.
definitely.
So it's going to be interesting. And they put it to the Dogs last night. It was good to
Yes, the
see.
dogs we'll surely get into it, but that's an impressive start.
Mm, it's going to be interesting when we come because they are an unknown.
Yes, complete
Um,
unknown.
so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll get into a bit of a run through of the game. I've basically just gone through and with the highlights package, a few things that stood out from the game. So this won't be as long as what we make the NRL, sorry, potty, that we record on a Sunday night, but eventually we'll get there as the games get sort of deeper into it. So kickoff, a little bit of set for set action started out. I think the first like 7-8 minutes was just back and forth. And I've got a note here, loving how good the quality of the game is from the ladies straight off the bat. I remember a couple of years ago, what do we got here? Oh, there we go. Hang on. Let me just move this around so that I can actually see this a little bit easier. Everyone can get into the bandwagon a bit more. Um, I'll bring it over here.
You're definitely right, though. It is a testament to how they've pulled this woman games along. Just the quality for the first round of the season across the board. Like, you're looking at what we're talking about with this Thoroughbreds, with this women's game growth, is that you're looking at round one this year being as good as the middle of the season last year, essentially.
Mm,
Like, and
yeah,
that's how quickly this game is growing into a proper product. Um, So yeah, imagine a couple of rounds in when they get their connection back right. Their hands are under it, they're match fit. Wow.
that's it. I don't know if you've seen that then, but Zach just commented, Upton killed it, boys. She certainly did. I got a little bit of a stat though. Somebody in the last stream pointed out a certain deficiency of hers, so I've got something like that. We'll keep an eye on that as we go through the season. But she certainly did. She killed it for sure. 12th minute, little crossfield kick from the Tigers is contested and fumbled by Kerry Johnson on debut. I was worried about Kerry at this point, that there had been a few mistakes that she'd made. And I was like, okay, we know that Shanae Sazog is out with a knee injury. She's come in. They've moved Robinson into the centres. I'm like, maybe that's why that's happened. They're just filling holes here until Shanae gets back, and then Julia will go back onto the wing there. So, but thankfully, she improved as the game went on. In the 17th minute, a little bit of second phase play from Jada looked like it was going to give us our first try to Romy, but it was called back in review. Knock on by Keeley as Jada sort of offloaded it. It's great in traffic though for Jada to do that effort. Like that was amazing. She's improved straight off the bat. I know that she had, she played a bit of Origin this year, which was good. Good that she got there.
At first look, too, that like when you first seen that, it was like, yes, we've got over here.
Yeah. Great hands on the outside as well when they got out to the window to throw it back inside. So, but yeah, basically halfway through the half and the scores are still locked. I was like, this is going to be a great game. And this is where I pointed out that we have a history of dropping the first game of the season. So in two minds, I was like, this is going to be a great game, but can you please just put them away so that I can breathe a little bit easier? 21st minute, the Tigers look to have scored through a crash play right on the line. Jessica Reeves, number 16 there, but on replay, it was deemed that she was short of line and then lost control. Mate, I don't know if you've seen this one, but I think that she scored that try. I reckon it was on the line.
It would be hard for that ball not to have touched some paint there, wouldn't it? Before,
I thought she was pretty hard done by.
But they sent it up, no try, didn't they? So that's what makes it so hard.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe they should take that out of it again, because I understand what their whole point of that was, but like sending it up as try or no try, if they just say review, and then that way the bunker doesn't have a predetermined.
Well, that's
head.
I agree with you. I mean, that whole, if you're going to send it up no try, just call it a no try. If that's the case, if the bunker then has to do that kind of work, then what's the point of sending it? Just call it no try. Well, yeah,
exactly.
Anyway, my gripe with the bunker. Yeah, my gripe with the bunker, I used to love, back now that I look back on it, I used to hate it at the time, but Harrigan, when he was reffing, if he called it no try, he'd just call it no try and then move on with life. If you could whinge and carry on and all you wanted, it was no try by his, or if it was a try, you could whinge as well if you thought it wasn't. It was only those really ones where he physically couldn't see that he would then send it up for a try, or as he would send it up. But those were the days where it was like, just review this, please. And I love that. I think we should go back to it. But anyway, so Jessica Reeve crashes over, loses the ball, so we get it back. That very set, coming out of trouble, Upton turns on the heaters. She has melee on the outside. She waits just long enough for that centre to turn and look at melee, and then she hits the afterburners, gets a line break through, takes the fullback on, gets an offload to Kerry Johnson, who runs away for the first try. We get our first points for 2025, and she gets a try on debut. Tamika could have probably gone all the way because she ended up beating the fullback, but she'd committed to the offload, so it was great. Good to see. 4-0. Romy didn't convert, unfortunately.
Yeah, brilliant. Exactly like if you were to draw up a Tamika Upton play, it was almost exactly it, wasn't it? Ball in two hands, running at the line, defense retreating. She makes the outside defender bite on whoever she had targeted and then just sprints through the gap. And you're like, yeah, this is why we bought her.
Yeah. Yep.
It was incredible.
100%. But in the 25th minute, the Tigers hit straight back, which is a testament to themselves how far they've come since last year. This would not have happened.
Yeah, exactly.
The way that it was. But who's their coach? Notty, isn't it? Kamali. Yeah. Tigers hit straight back with a scoop from dummy half on the short side, close to the line via Caitlin Turnbull. It was a really good. She noticed that little heads up play there. Tamika Upton was the only person on that side. Yes. We had markers, but that was it. So she got out, got in quick, got to the corner, put it down. Now I'll get to that comment that we had last week. So last week someone said that Upton's defense was trash, and I was like, ooh. I don't know. I've never really taken any notice, so
Yeah,
can't really. She's an attacking weapon,
yeah,
but what's her
exactly. That's what.
defense like? So, oh, it's 4-all, by the way, now. So, Romy, the other girl, missed the kick as well. So, I'll take this opportunity to talk shit on the Knights. Tamika Upton played for the Brisbane Broncos 2019 to 2022. 4 years, 12 games. She's only made 2 tackles with the Broncos this year and missed 1, so this doesn't count in the stats. But the tackles made in that period, I know they played less games. 38, so 3.1 tackles per game. She missed 10. She had an efficiency of 79.17. Now, she went to Newcastle 2022 through to 2024. 3 years, 26 games. Obviously, we've brought teams in, games have ramped up. She made 117 tackles, so she was making 4.5 tackles per game. And the shit that I want to talk about on the Knights is, of course, she had to tackle more at the Knights.
Yeah.
Um, but the tackles she missed was 41, so she has a 75% efficiency there. And I was like, ooh, okay, maybe we keep an eye on that because she was one-on-one out there on the wing, which is a bit weird. Why she didn't, as a fullback, push the winger out and
Yeah.
fill in that marker there so that she could, what happens if they were going to kick on that one? Where would she be out of position? So,
Well,
yeah,
I really don't think it was her fault. Like, if you, it was smart play from the player that picked up the ball at dummy half because Kerry is a rookie and she got to marker and she's near the sideline, and this is like a long bow to draw. But I mean, you listen to Matty Johns talk about the 97 grand final. Their theory was if a winger gets to marker, they always chase with your dummy. That's dead set what happened. Like, because
yeah,
they're not used to marker defense. So she's looked at the ball and gone, fuck, and then it's behind already. It was so smart when you think about
it
it.
was. It was really good, really heads up play there. Um, So that was the 25th minute. Shoot forward 2 more minutes on our. We would have kicked off. They would have had a set. Then we got it back. 27th minute. Destiny Brill, little dummy half run, 35 meters out, and just makes the defense look like they're stuck in the mud. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, she'll offload it or she'll get tackled. Oh no, she's still going. Offload. I think she had 5 tackle breaks, and I can almost guarantee you she did 4 in that run. Um, and then yeah, plants it down over the line in the corner there. Great little run. She was awesome.
Mate, that was incredible. Like, the defense dead set thought she had spiders on because they were hanging back. Like, they were thinking what literally the whole world was thinking. They're like, okay, we're just going to cover until she passes out to get this to the speed men. And then she's just like, well, no one's touching me yet, so I'll just keep going. This is why NRLW needs to push SuperCoach to make a fucking NRLW SuperCoach league, because see that run there? 5 tackle breaks, fucking half a line
Yeah,
break, gets under and scores a try. That's the sort of shit that makes you want to have SuperCoach, because how much would that give you so much more interest in the game? Because that was the
bloody
first
oath.
thing that went through my head was like, Destiny Brill on the bench for my SuperCoach team. Thank you very much.
It's got to be coming. I don't know
Yeah,
when
it
the
has to
next.
be.
I think they introducing teams next year. I'd have to look that up. Um, but they're starting to get a stack of players involved. So
Yeah.
I think they all got 26 girl squads at the moment, 26 or
Okay.
28. So they're starting to get a fair crowd, which is good. 8-4, and it was good to see that we struck right back. I know we struck first, got hit, bang, won again. So,
But a
um,
lot of that too, a lot leading up to that try was, like you were saying at the start, it was good forward work, punching in behind the ruck, getting us on the front foot to get us to where we had to be. Like, those tries like that don't just happen out of
yeah,
nowhere in a vacuum. Like, they need to have that build up work to get to where we got to. And that was the most pleasing thing, I think, when we get to the second half, is that's what changed it for us.
yeah, 100%. Quick shout out as well. We're going to talk about it later on, but Bree Spreadborough was having an absolute game at this point. Great tackling in defence. I think she shortened up a couple early in the first half, and then had a really good couple of runs as well. So that was good to see. In the 30th minute, nasty head clash between Julia Robinson and Jataya Fafua sees Robinson leave the field for a HIA. I dead set thought she broke her nose. I was like,
It didn't it?
no, she's been cleared of it,
It
mate.
must have just because it looked like it was pouring up
Oh,
and everything, the claret, and I was like, ugh.
and the sound that it made as well. She must have been right next to one of the mics, and that just that slap. And she went straight down, clutching it, sort of thing as well. So, but she goes off with the HIA. She passes it, ends up coming back on.
And straight away for my civvy bet, I'm going, Julia, really? You're going to leave me this early in the piece? But it did look bad, and like
Yeah,
I broke my nose playing football, and that's exact like it just stunned you that much. I remember getting up playing the ball, and as I leant down to play the ball, it was like just fucking jet streams of blood onto the ball, and they're all like, "Oh, bro, like I fucking can't help it. Fuck you, someone just took my nose out."
thankfully, my nose is still precious and straight. So it's good. 33rd minute, Keely Joseph's eyes light up as she found space close to the line and in front of the post. Great shot by Montana Clifford, though, sees the ball come loose.
Oh,
And the Tigers get out of jail there as we roll into into the first half, sorry. So, first half ends with 8-4. Both teams firing shots back and forth late in the half showed that the defence was starting to get tired. First half came at the right time for both teams by the looks of it. And I thought, oh, well, this is a very good close match so far. We'll see who's the fitter team, I guess. Like it was just going to be that nutrition sort of stuff. How did you see it at this point, mate?
yeah, mate. Half time, exactly like you said. It couldn't come at a better time for both teams because it looked like we were in for this you score 20, we'll score 30 sort of mentality where
Yeah.
we weren't desperate to defend our errors and we're pretty frivolous with the football. And it was so close. I don't know whether it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing if Keely does hold on to that pill and crash over. Because if we go in 12, or well, it would have probably been 14-4 at half time, whether that mentality wouldn't have switched off, where
Mm.
the first thing Princey would have said to them when they got into the sheds was like, you ladies are not respecting the football enough. I know yous are all bloody thoroughbreds and yous are all thorough fillies and yous are weapons and whatnot, but you have to respect the football or you're not going to get away with this and we're not going to go shot to shot with a team that we should be beating. And so, um, but yeah, a couple of shout outs, mate. Exactly what you're saying before. Bree Spread, bruh, mate. She's a favourite of ours on the Penalty Broncos
Yeah.
podcast. We've been watching her coming through not through the grades, but through the Broncos system. And to see the way she was defending in the middle, getting through her work after being on the wing last year, I think
Yeah.
we may have uncovered a bloody solid middle forward. Oh well, a solid forward for us going forward. She is, yeah. She looked like a gun out there.
Yeah. Keely looks more at home in the front row as well this year.
100%.
Rather, like I know she was a great lock for us last year, but this just seems to fit a little bit better. I like what Princey's done there, made that call, so that's good. Um, all right, we'll kick straight into the second half. 39th minute, so 4 minutes in. Short ball from Ali into another podcast favourite here, Brianna Clark, had me cheering. I was like, oh, she's gone. She's over. Let's go. Great way to start the half. Double movement right on the line.
Nah,
And
nah.
I tell you what, mate, that fullback did so good not to let go
Oh,
of that foot because as soon as she breaks contact, that try is all done. It's dusted.
100%.
Mate, great effort there. I thought I wrote down the name, but um, yeah, no good. Double movement. We move on. Uh, 44th minute then, backline movement and a long ball from Upton sees Maddock have a crack at the line. But again, shy, bundled into touch. Great defense from the Tigers on that one again. It seemed like they really aimed up in defense in the off season for sure.
After last year, you would have to say that would have been a key focus for them,
Yep.
coming where they did. But yeah, it was quite impressive when you think about it. You know, coming across. Well, they're the red hot favourites. We can't deny it. They're $2.80 to win the comp, for God's sake. Like they're
Yeah.
they are the red hot favourites. So to be showing this sort of ticker and defence in the face of pretty decent attack too, like it's not as if they weren't. That ball could have got a lot of defences out of whack, and it didn't. So credit to the Tigers. They could definitely see themselves creep up the ladder if they want to keep doing that all year.
Well, I'm just having a quick look at the stats from last year. West Tigers topped the ladder with missed tackles with 61, and the very next team was the Raiders on 48.
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit there. Defense, they made 557 tackles, which is the most as well. But interesting enough, they actually came first in the offloads and tackle breaks.
Yeah.
So that was pretty. But yeah, defense was a big focus by looks, and it's showing. It's showing.
It's showing.
Then what have we got? Another little 47th minute, another little backline movement. Melee does her job, holds up the defense, easy offload. Kerry Johnson goes over for her second of the day. Now, a little bit of bugbear of mine with the NRL as well. I tried to do the stats every Wednesday. For those that aren't following us, go ahead and do that on the socials. You'll see the stats come up for both the NRL and NRLW. I go to do the tries, knowing full well that Kerry Johnson has scored 2, and she's not there. She's still not there on the stats board. There is no Kerry Johnson to have scored any try. There is a Lenarduzzi, but there is no Kerry, and so
they haven't got a photo through yet.
Honestly, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, 12-4 by way of us, and we roll through. Oh, did you want to talk about that try, mate? Is there anything there that you've seen that you like?
Not much other than the omen was on the table once again. We already talked about the one we missed with Lenarduzzi, and then we got a debutant that we talked about in the preview, and neither of us put any time or 2+ on her either. So we're great. Follow us, Thoroughbreds.
Mate, follow us for breadcrumbs. That's all I can say with that one. 55th minute. We roll in again with a backline movement, but this time Melly goes over herself and is held up. I was cheering something chronic. I was like, here we go. We're done. Oh, she always scores one. She just got to score another one was in my head. But anyway, 10 meter play the ball straight in. 2 tackles later, they give it to Doozy. Chelsea Lenarduzzi crashes over. She had 3 Tigers on her. Just shrugged them off, falls over the line. Bang, 18-4. Beautiful stuff.
Good luck.
Good luck. Don't you know that was the try? Was it the Sharks winner, game winner?
Yeah.
Front row scored the try, mate. Get off her. You're not going to do much.
Mate, I promise Sportsbet one thing is that I will not miss another Chelsea Lenarduzzi anytime for the rest of the season. So, Chelsea, if you're out there, love you, girl. Sorry I missed you in the first game.
She actually put a post up today, I think it was on Insta, giving a shout out to whoever she's working with like her fitness and stretching and whatnot. And she had a photo from like 2.5 years ago trying to touch her toes or do something like that. And then she's got a photo of today, and like the flexibility range is unbelievable. And I swear she's bulked up a bit as well, like hit the gym. So for her to be doing that over that 2.5 period, and just you're watching the evolution of the girls turn into professionals. And it's awesome to watch. Awesome.
And like we're saying in the preview, just because she's on the bench for the Broncos doesn't mean that she's not one of the best props in the game. It means that she's coming off the bench to, like Patrick Carrigan in the Origin. She's coming off the bench to not, so the momentum doesn't, like the pressure never stops with that team. And she's probably more dangerous try scoring wise than our run on props anyway.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just making sure. Ringer's gonna pass out else here on this one. He had a go at it last week trying to die on the show. Bloody hell. Dolphins just went in, mate, but not your try scorer. Okay, so 57th minute after the Lenarduzzi try, set after points on the 4th. Upton attacked the line. She hit the line hard too. Before giving it off to Melly, whose powers are way over on the line, but is held up again.
Just
like, I had her for 2+. She's crossed over twice. I'm like, you're shitting me. Um, Tara McGrath West, I'll give you a shout out on this run. Had a great decoy run. So I think it was Broughton to Upton. I think it was back behind ball from Tara. Maybe it was a face ball, I don't know. But Tara hits the line well, decoys well, and then continues to run. And then Melee gets it, makes the line break. Who's there? If she wanted to just prop it off her hip, Tara was right there to score as well. I'm not saying that she should have. Like, she had every right to keep going to the line. They just held her up. It was just unlucky, but well done, Tara. So far, a great buy from the Dragons there. 62nd minute, chip from Jada. Awful bounce. Just everywhere, all over the ground. But Upton gets to it, flicks it back to Melee, finally gets over. And I'm like, there's still time. There's still time. Very entertaining, great support play. That's the kind of stuff, like, again, Upton just doing her thing, sniffing around. Jada did very well with that kick. 24-4 is the scoreline. And then we have another 5 minutes later, 67th. We have another lovely backline movement again with Upton throwing the final pass to Maddock, who makes up for getting bundled into touch previously, and she crosses as well. 28-4, and that is game over. My notes here for the second half: forwards really laid a platform for the backs to do their thing. It was good to see that we scored in every section of the ground, so left, right, down the middle. Good to see. Tigers have improved this year, which is good. Already talked about that. We have Shanae still to come back, but that, as you'll see soon, that's to be confirmed. Actually, they don't have a return date for her, but I mean, they also don't have Kerry Johnson up as a try scorer.
So
take
your own.
take
It's
the
like pick your own storybook at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, anyway, it's good to see that Kerry, the Union convert, is doing a job there, plugging a gap. And we'll see what happens when Shanae is fit and raring to go. We'll see where it slots in. So, how did you see the game after that, mate? What were your thoughts?
Brilliant, mate. Glad to see the girls did end up doing what we thought they were going to do by rolling over the Tigers. Tigers were valiant. Have to give them that. There's going to be a lot of teams that get beaten by a lot more
Yeah,
and probably not score a try against the Broncos. So, no, happy with it, mate. Like you said, the thing I was most happy with is that we done the fundamental shit to get ourselves into position. Very similar to our men's team. What we know you have got all the weapons in the duffel bag. We need you to get yourselves to a point to then deploy those weapons. We don't need you to show them off before we need to. So hopefully they put that in the back pocket and keep up the rest of the year with it.
100%. This is more entertaining than the game that's going on at the moment.
Bro, it's fucking terrible.
What do we got here? Hang on, we got a comment. Get that up. What a kick and the pickup. Go to the Dolphins. He's watching the game as well, bro. Who scored? Oh,
What a sport again.
I think it was. It's our man Herbie. I think
Herbie.
just absolutely damaging. Oh no, he passes it off. Sorry, we'll take a break from this NRLW show to watch the NRL. Oh no, yeah, it is Herbie. He's not in my SuperCoach team, so I don't care. He's not on my sports bet. But he's on yours. Yeah, of course he is. And I'm versing you this week too, you asshole.
Captain.
But anyway, I do have the Dolphins head to head, so hopefully that comes off. All right, we'll get into Thoroughbreds and the woman of the match. Put the poll out. It was between Kerry. I think the nominations were Kerry and Brigginshaw. And it came back pretty solidly, Kerry. So 70 minutes, 8 points with 2 tries, 17 runs for 176 metres and 53 post-contact, 1 line break, 1 tackle break, 5 tackles, 0 missed, 0 ineffective, 1 error and 1 handling error.
Yep.
Great debut. Solid and well-deserved from the Thoroughbreds there. My woman of the match went to Bree Spreadborough. we have a soft spot here. Oh, hey, the Gronk's in the stream.
Okay, the Gronk. What
Gronk's
did he
up.
want a bet or something to come and chirp at us?
He must have. Herbie flogging his hog out, apparently.
Ah, yeah. Big hog,
Um,
Herbie.
Big hog Herbie. Bree Spreadbra. I've got a soft spot for her here, so she easily won my woman of the match. These stats, though, don't lie. 53 minutes, 18 runs for 151 with 56 post-contact. Two tackle breaks, 33 tackles, 0 missed, 2 ineffective for a 94.29% tackle efficiency, and she gave away 1 penalty. Great knock, Bree, in your new position, mate. Well done.
100%. That like you can't beat those stats in the middle, considering she played 53 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
she's 17 minutes behind the rest of the team. Jesus, that it gives you a lot of confidence, doesn't it? That they've, well, surprise, surprise, people that play football all their lives and coach football are better at bloody picking teams than us. But I mean, it's so good to see that we did identify that talent early, that it is blossoming to what we thought it could do. So
Yeah.
If she can shore up the position, mate, Jesus, that gives our forward depth a hell of a big boost.
Bloody oath. And you called it last year as well, with her going to lock, which she'd be pretty well suited for it. She had the right frame, so.
Well, and you can see she's grown into that frame a fair bit this year already. So,
100%.
and she's obviously strong in contact and on the ground.
Yep. All right, so top performers in the stats. Most tackles went to Bree, 33. Toga Tuki, I think it is, for the Tigers. She got 30. Robinson. As I was filling these stats out, I'm like, how many times am I going to delete Robinson's name out of this just to write it back down in the exact same spot? So Robinson, 243 meters.
Oof.
Now, our entire backline ran for over 100 meters plus, right?
Yes.
The Turnbull, so Caitlin Turnbull, the try scorer there, the first try scorer for the Tigers, she ran a total of 151 and she maxed out for the Tigers.
Yeah.
And Robinson ran for nearly 100 meters more. She's just absolute freak. Hafunga got 2 line breaks. Emily Bass, the ex-Bronco, got 1. Most points went to Kerry Johnson, 8. Most post-contact meters went to Robinson at 97.
It's ridiculous, though.
97, and she didn't score a try. And she went off for HIA. So,
yes.
fucking hell.
She was off for 15 minutes, waiting for her to make sure her nose wasn't caved into the back of her skull. Then comes back on and runs 96 post-contact, so.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Tuki got 50 as well there for post-contact for the Tigers. Robinson, 20 runs, topped that for the team. Turnbull did well with 17. Most offloads, Gal Broughton got 2. Clear winner there. And Ter Tamaki got 2 for the Tigers. Most tackle breaks, Upton with 6. I think she tied with Robinson, but I was like, I'm not giving Robinson another stat, so Upton can have it. McGrath got 4 for the Tigers there. So looking forward to the week ahead. We've got Shanae Sissoko in the injuries. That's the only one. And we've got nobody in the judiciary, so that's great. We're all being very, very good at the moment, both the men and the women. So this weekend, we travel down. Both teams, both male and female, travel to the Gold Coast. 4 o'clock kickoff for the NRLW with a 6:15 kickoff for the NRL. Double header. Finally, somebody's doing it right. This was an absolute bugbear last year and a couple of years before. They even did it right here with the Cowboys last week. So they had the Laspina footy carnival here in Townsville.
Yeah.
They rolled that into NRLW Cowboys, Cowgirls, and then into the game. And I was like, last year they did like a 12 o'clock kickoff for the girls.
Yeah.
6 o'clock kickoff for the men. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? This time they rolled it in back to back, true doubleheader style. Really good to see. Good to see that they're doing this as well. I think they had another game. I think maybe the Bulldogs did the same last week.
Yep.
The girls play the doubleheader, so it's absolutely great to see. Hopefully they roll it through for the start of the season all the way through the end, and we don't get this jumbled shit hopping around. So
I have no idea. Like, surely they've got to be listening to the people there, and I don't know. It must be broadcasters, but because with the Bronx playing the Broncos ladies, the Phillies. I'm going to call them the Phillies because I'm going to fuck it up otherwise.
yeah,
The Phillies are going to kick off at 4, so we know there's an NRL game on at 4. So maybe the broadcasters carry on about that. However, surely the stadiums would be like pissing themselves at how good it is to
yeah,
have the NRLW and NRL back to back, so that way both fan bases. You get in early, you buy your ticket, you get in early, you get 2 games of rugby league, you're there for 4 hours, you have 2 more beers, and, well,
yep.
depending on your budget. But I mean, and how much of a crack you want to have, Thoroughbreds. But, a couple more things of hot chips for the kids and bloody 4 more beers. There's $4,000 per fucking family. So, you know,
Yeah,
it's got to be better for the game, I think, because it's a better product.
yeah. Well, don't you just have another? I know it's probably not as easy as saying this, but you just have another channel. If you don't want to watch the NRL that's on at the moment, go and watch the NRLW over on channel 50 fucking 62 or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
there's
Yeah,
only fucking British fucking badminton on that cunt. So just
yeah,
take it off and put the NRLW on.
that's exactly it. Anyway, we're down there, so this is the tail of the tape so far. We obviously have the Gold Coast Titans at home to the Brisbane Broncos NRLW. Head to head has been 4 times. We've each won 2 apiece, so 50% split down the middle. Ladder position, we're second now because we haven't played, but we were first after the first round, and the Titans were ninth. Obviously, they've had the 0 win. They went down. What did they go down to? The Cowboys. That's right. Cowboys
Yes,
came
yes,
to
yes.
fucking play this year too.
They
Holy
came to
shit.
fuck.
Yep. We've had the 1 out of
Broncos for
1.
an epic grand final.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Premiership odds, $2.88 we're sitting at. $17 for the Titans. Game odds, $1.19 versus $4.75. Hopefully, again, like the Tigers, like we talked last week, that they can just get in there, don't do anything flash at the start, grind it out, get a lead, throw some ball around, get the 2 points and go home. It'll be great to see us just start the season off right. Last time we met, the Titans was in round 3 last year, where it was a bit of a flogging, 8 tries to 1, 44-4 by way of our win. So yeah, hopefully we can repeat that. And the poor old Gold Coast Titans are just looking at just 2 teams not starting the best or finishing the best either. Good Lord.
I am not so confident.
Okay.
I'm confident we'll win. I'm not
Yep.
confident it's going to be a blowout. Like,
Okay.
just because, right? Listen to these names: Jamie Chapman, fucking gun, absolute undeniable fucking gun. Lauren Brown, fucking gun, undeniable fucking gun. Talia Formiano,
Yep.
fucking gun, and my wife and David Fafita's biggest drama, because I think she's the prettiest thing that's ever walked onto the planet. Shaylee Bent is a fucking gun. I'm sorry, she's a fucking gun. I don't think that the Broncos are going to turn up. Put it this way: if they don't put their shit together early, like they didn't do against the Tigers, they're going to get a wake up call here against the Titans. Just because they're at home, big doubleheader. There's going to be a decent crowd there. They have some guns across the park. I think this could be a bogey, especially the first 15 minutes. We need to come out, not bloody carrying on like we did in the first round.
Georgia Hale versus Bree Spreadborough as well. That's going to be a good little one. Who was the other one I seen here? Natasha Penatani up against Keely Joseph. That'll be a good little battle. So yeah, Lauren Brown, like you said, versus Ali Brigginshaw. Even Lily Patson. I've heard some things about Lily on the wing there, so it'll be interesting to see how they all go. But yeah, it is a good. This is Jamie's first year at fullback, isn't it?
I think so,
She's
yeah.
normally on the wing, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But
This is
um,
another thing, fucking NRL. Why, like, if you don't want to put the weight up because the girls are fucking sensitive to that or whatever, put the stats up. We get no stats.
yeah,
Like, so when you tap on a player to see, oh, yeah, is this a, is this a big thickie? Is this a string bean? Is this someone that's going to do some damage on the edges?
who are you looking at?
I looked at, oh, yeah, this is, okay. So shut up, Jack, because,
No, because like
uh,
Kerry, same as Kerry Johnson hasn't got you can't click on her name and go in and see her stats because it's not
no.
there. But I mean, fuck me. The NRL started how many months ago? Surely they've got time to click
Exactly.
their fingers and do the girls.
Well, I done that Lily Patterson just to see
Yeah.
Patston. Sorry, that's
Oh
been
yeah.
mispronounced
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
But
It's just
I
the
just went
image
into
there.
it and
That's
it's
it.
got nothing on hers.
So I mean, how
Anyway,
like
there is others with stuff on it.
yeah, but I mean, seriously, it is a bugbear of mine because like, why does Lily Patson not have a profile?
Yeah, exactly. If she's
She's been
starting
in
for
the
the
roster.
Titans,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Surely we can get some sort of fucking stats on because this is the thing, right? The players that we have seen, so we sort of understand. To grow the game, we need to know what the players we haven't seen are like.
Yeah. That's it. I
Oh,
guess
shoot
the
me in the face.
I guess the once they do a super coach for it, they'll have to have all this
That's
shit
when it'll
up.
change. I
Yeah.
guarantee, because the revenue, if what I suggest to, if fucking Supercoach bosses are listening, what I suggest you do, the revenue that you raise for the NRL, you tell them that they need to put into stats. So the stats are fucking updated
Mm.
post game, which they will be because Supercoach will do it for us.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
mean, like, and player stats top 30, like, so we know who's coming in, who's going out. Mate, I think, and I said this last year, and I'm not even fucking joking about it. The NRL need to give, if they want to keep growing the game, give Supercoach 75 grand and say, give me a 25 grand prize or whatever. Use 50 grand to set up your back end or whatever you need to do to set up the Supercoach and let it run because
Yeah.
I can't, like, that's how the engagement will come because once a couple of them start playing Supercoach and understanding who the
Yeah.
big guns are in Supercoach, bro.
Yeah. So, well, quick math there. There's 12 teams now, and I'm pretty sure they have 26 girl squads. Um, pretty sure. So there's 312 players that we've got, and nearly every team has filled out their 26 girl squad. So you're getting up there. You're not far off. We're only 5 teams off the blokes.
And that's
So
the thing. It doesn't have to be 17 players with 4 reserves and fucking 7 interchanges in each spot. It could be
yeah,
just a 1 to 13 with 4 interchanges or something. Like, anyway, there's a way that could make that work that I think would be very beneficial to both parties.
yeah. Dolphins. Dolphins end up losing too, mate.
Of course they did because we both tipped them.
Yeah, that's it. All right. I think
That's
that's
lovely.
us. I think that's us for the NRLW episode. Thanks for those that commented and joined online. Um, this will be up on Spotify, YouTube. So make sure you give us a like there. If you are watching this after the fact, it'll be on Apple as well. Head over to our socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, all that sort of stuff. Give us a follow. We do try to post some funny shit. And yeah, bet responsibly, be a contributor to society, stay out of one another unless it's consensual, and we'll gallop off onto Sunday. See you there and see you on Monday.
Let's go, Thoroughbreds and Fillies. Let's see how we go on Sunday.